Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my November favorites with you guys. I wasn't going to film this, but then I realized that we were in December and I'm going to be showing you guys like my favorite products of the year, so I wasn't going to get to put a favorites video up. And there's a couple of products that I've really been loving for November, so I wanted to share them with you guys. I actually do have 3 unfavorites this month, so I'm going to go ahead and just start out with those. The first are actually both by Kiko. This is the Purifying Scrub. I actually kept the box because it has like the ingredients and stuff on it. But I actually purchased this when I was in Florida. I think I might have showed it in a haul or in a video before. I'm not really sure. But this made me, when I was in Florida, I used this scrub to exfoliate with. And I noticed my face broke out. Well, I thought, you know, it might be a change in climate. It might be the salt water's drying my skin out. And then I come back home and I ended up trying this again. And I noticed that my face really broke out and was like irritated. But again, I was like, you know, I haven't been back from Florida that long. You know, I don't know. I wanted to give it like a good go because like I've heard some like really good things about Kiko. Like I think Kathleen loves their mascara, right? I think that's who it is. And there's like other products that I've heard like a lot of people like mention as their holy grail. So anyways, I ended up pulling this out of my collection this month when I was cleaning out my makeup, and I was like, alright, I'm going to try it again. Now my skin has really cleared up, especially since I've been using the Foreo Luna 2 for oily skin. So when I changed my exfoliators, that's the only thing I'd changed. My regular skincare routine had been the same. Like my face broke out so incredibly bad, and I don't know if you guys can tell on camera because I do have a full coverage foundation on, but like it was those bumps that were like burning and my face was like red, and I don't know if I'm allergic to something in this or if it just really irritated my skin, if I'm sensitive to something in it. But it has been so hard to get these breakouts to go away since I've used this. Like, I do not like this. Like I said, I don't mind exfoliator if it does like break me out a little bit because I feel like it brings the stuff, you know, to the surface. But it's just like my whole skin was burning after, like I said, I had used this. So I do not like this. I'm not even sure I'll pass it along. I might see if my sister wants to try it, but I'm afraid that maybe, you know, something was wrong with the product. Next is actually a Kiko Eyeshadow, and this is their long-lasting wet and dry eyeshadows, I guess. This is in the shade 200, and this is a really pretty. I actually swatched several other shades and I ended up getting this one, and I'm kind of bummed out because like in there under the light it looked really nice and pigmented, but when I got back, like I said, to my friend's house, because I purchased all this in Florida, and tried to put this on my eyes, it was literally nothing but glitter. So I tried to apply it with my finger and like run in here and dab it, and still didn't work. So again, I tried to pick it out this month since I picked out the other Kiko product. And I even tried this wet, and I just cannot get enough pigmentation. It's like I said, nothing but glitter. Yes, it packs on the glitter good, but it's like once it dries, the glitter crumbles and falls onto my face. And this was like $7, so I feel like that's kind of expensive for a single eyeshadow, but I don't like this, and I definitely probably will not be purchasing other stuff from Kiko, just being honest. Next is the Too Faced White Chocolate Chip. I did a whole review and swatches of this, so if you'd like to see it, I'll have it linked down below. But I don't like this whatsoever. I thought I was going to keep it, but like I know this is supposed to be like travel friendly and like mini, but I could never travel with this palette because one, there's not enough shades in here I feel like to do a complete look. And these shades, they blend out to nothing. They're so similar. They're chunky and glittery, and the only one that I like is this one right here. For $26, that's not enough for me to keep the palette, so I am going to go ahead and return this. I did actually go on to Sephora and was reading some of the reviews, and again, it's kind of looking like one of those products that is kind of a dud, but I'm really disappointed because I love Too Faced, but for me, I kind of feel like this product was rushed. The packaging's plastic. It's not even a nice tin packaging, and I just, really disappointed. Alright, now moving on to my favorites this month. I actually have a brush that's got a ton of glitter in it. Sorry, I changed my background from like the fall stuff, and I guess when I was taking it down, like glitter fell off the leaves and stuff, but yeah, this is just the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush. I actually have 3 of these. I use one for powder and then one for bronzer, and I just have a backup. But I really love it for bronzer because it's nice and fluffy, so I feel like, again, I can like bronze my skin, and I don't know, I just love how this applies my bronzer, but I also have been loving it to set my actual like powder foundation with, or to set my foundation with that I'm wearing. I just really like this, and for $6 I think that it's a great affordable brush, and you should definitely try it out if you haven't. Now I actually have a primer. This is, hold on. This is the Lorac Perfection Mattifying Face Primer. This is oil-free, paraben-free, and fragrance-free. I really like this. You get 1.7 fluid ounces, so you do get more product than what you would usually get in a regular primer. I really like it. It is a silicone based primer. You'll kind of feel that, which I usually don't like, but I really like this because it basically smooths out like any fine lines or anything I have, which like I said I do really like, and my foundation just applies flawlessly over this. And since my skin has been a little bit more on the dry side, especially like since we're going into like these cold months, like it got down to 17 last night. It's just, ugh, I hate wintertime. But this is just a really great primer. I really like it. I'm not sure how well this is going to hold up though in the summertime when my face is really oily, because as far as prolonging like the wear of my makeup, this doesn't prolong wear it as long as my Smashbox primer does. But I still really like it. Now I do have a drugstore product here. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and this is in the shade Black Bean. I've really been like trying out the smoky eyes and stuff because I'm trying to figure out like what to wear, you know, for like New Year's and stuff like that. So I think that for me, like smoky eyes, I don't know, that's just what I like. I feel like that's just classic. And I've just been using this pencil like all month, but what I like as well is I actually did a plum look with this, and I put this down as the base first, and it really made that plum shade a little bit deeper and really pop and was more vibrant. I love these jumbo pencils that NYX has. You should definitely check them out if you haven't. But like I said, this is just a really nice like base for your eyeshadow. Next is the Este Lauder. This is the Double Wear Stay in Place powder makeup. This is actually a powder foundation, and sorry, my cat's inside, and she's, if you guys hear like her running around, I'm sorry, but she's being super annoying today. But this is really nice. This actually looks way too light for me, but I find that this powder kind of oxidizes to the shade of the actual liquid foundation, because this actually looks a lot lighter and a lot lighter on my skin when I first put it on than the liquid foundation, but then it does kind of get a little bit darker and oxidize. But I really like it, not as a powder foundation on its own, because for me it's not enough coverage, but I love it to set any of my more sheer foundations. Like I've been loving wearing it with my Becca foundation or this NYX foundation that I'm going to share with you, and I just really like it. It keeps me matte throughout the day. Next is the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Oil Free Photo Edition Foundation. I love this foundation. Again, this is the foundation I was talking about I've been using with my Este Lauder one. My skin, again, has been a little more on the dry side, and I think it's because like I'm trying to treat also like where I got that terrible breakout from that exfoliator. But I just really like this. I think it's beautiful. It's medium to full coverage. It's very easy to build up. I think that, like I said, it just looks flawless on the skin. But what I like most about this is if I do kind of start to get a little bit dewy and oily throughout the day, this foundation doesn't separate. It doesn't start looking like cakey or messy. It just, my skin looks glowy, and I don't mind that. But I really love this, and I am in the shade Cream Ivory. Now next I actually have a little sample. I got this from Sephora when I ordered something, I can't remember, but this is the CoverX FX Custom Enhancer Drops, and this is in the shade Moonlight. I didn't purchase these because I was like, I can't mix something like that in my foundation because I have matte skin. But this is such the cutest like little sample, but you need the smallest amount of this product. Like I am so glad I got this because I could never see myself going through a full size. But what I like to do is I actually like to put this underneath my foundation where I plan on highlighting, like on my cheekbones and stuff like that. I don't have any highlighter on because, like I said, I do have like all kinds of breakouts, and highlighter, you know, accentuates that. So I don't have any highlighter on today, but earlier in the month, like I said, I loved to put this underneath. And it comes just like the regular packaging, just like with a little dropper. It's just so cute. I don't know, but I really like this. I think it's really flattering. But of course, like I said, if you have oily skin, you know, for me, I just mix it where I'm going to highlight. Last two products, this is the Stila Eyes Are the Window Spirit Shadow Palette. I love this. I am going to have a full swatches and review of this up on my channel, probably right after this. This was, again, these like eyeshadows are a little bit more on the drier side, but I love them. They are really nice. They blend so beautifully and look amazing on the eyes. Again, I won't talk too much about it. I think I might actually be blinding you guys, but I won't talk too much about it because I want to, again, do a full like in-depth review for you guys. But overall, like I said, I am obsessed with this palette. And then finally is this Kisses from Wonderland set from Julep. It just looks like this. I put it back in the packaging because I'll have a lip swatch video up of this for you guys. I actually have a shade of this on my lips today, and I really like the formula of this. The only shade in here that takes a little bit of work is the red shade. But again, it's a great kit for $30. These are all full-size products, by the way. So yeah, I've really been enjoying this. It's just kind of been like my go-to because I feel like every time I get like lip kits, I try them out, and then if I get a new lip kit, then I'm like constantly using those. So yeah. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this favorites video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching.